Welcome to the music studio. This is the software called Logic Pro. It's the application I use to record music. And today we're going to go through a little lesson on how music is recorded and mixed. And what we're looking at here is the song that I recently recorded called Sound. And there's a lot of things to this software application, and I couldn't possibly explain all of these buttons and faders and knobs and lights. But I can show you some of the basic parts that we have here that make up this song and how it all works together. So let's take a look first at these bars. See this green bar? Well, these are the individual instruments. If you look here to the left, you can see the label. It says drums. And right here are all the drums. And each track has to be recorded because obviously I'm just one person. I can't play the drums and the guitars and the horns and sing all at the same time, so I record them one at a time. Here is the next track, and these are some extra little drums that I'll show you. Then the other track was the bass guitar. Then we have the acoustic guitar, some horns, and then the two voices. My lead voice is right here. And then this is the harmony voice that comes in for the second half of the song. So let's go to the beginning. The very first thing I did when I recorded this song is record this little piece right here. You see this right here? Small piece. It is the intro to the song, and they are some tom-tom drums, the toms, and they sit on the floor. What I'm going to do is click this letter S, and that means solo. And it's only going to play this track. The other tracks are now grayed over, so they won't play. And we're just going to listen to this intro. Hear that? Let's listen one more time. So that's what you hear at the very beginning of the song, the intro, just to get the song started. And after that, I recorded the rest of the drums. So up here, I just clicked solo on here, so now it will play both of these tracks. This track here has the snare drum, the bass drum, and the hi-hat. And these other little extra lines on this track, those are the crash cymbals. So now that I only have the drums soloed, I'm going to go ahead and play it, and you can listen to just what the drums sound like. So that's a little sample of just the drums. And that's the first part that I recorded. After the drums, I record the bass guitar. And the bass guitar, you've seen my gray colored bass guitar, that has the low notes, the bottom end. And that adds a lot of dimension to the music to have a low part to the music to help fill it out and make the sound of the music whole. So I have just soloed the bass track, and I'm going to go ahead and play it. So you're only now going to hear bass guitar and drums. So those parts establish the rhythm section. The rhythm is the beat, and I want it to be nice and tight and clean. And once that's established, then it's easier to record the other instruments on top of it because the rhythm sometimes isn't as solid with these other instruments. So now that we have drums and bass, let's solo the acoustic guitar. So the acoustic guitar is this one right here. And this is the same guitar that I play and you guys see in class. And let's actually listen to it just by itself for a second. So you recognize that. That's the guitar that I've played before. What does it sound like if I play it together with the bass guitar? And let me move this here. This is called the cursor. You can move the cursor anywhere you like. You can move it to the middle of the song, the end of the song. Let me put it here toward the middle. So that was a sample of the bass guitar together with the acoustic guitar. What's it like with the drums as well? So this is called instrumental right now. All there are instruments. I haven't added the voice yet. But before I add the voice, I am now going to add this other track, the horns. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to turn off the solo. And notice real quick, the blinking letter M's, that means mute. And mute means no sound. So that means you cannot hear any of these tracks that are grayed over with a blinking M. I'm going to turn them all off. And once you turn the solos off for everything, now everything will play. Instead, I'm going to just solo the horns. So let's just listen to what the horn by itself sounds like. It's copying the same notes that I'm playing on the other instruments. So there's a horn. What's that sound like soloed with, say, the bass? So that helps add some more dimension, a little bit of texture to the music, adding some horns. And now I'll bring in my voice, and notice nothing is soloed anymore, so it's going to play everything. Everything this cursor here passes through, it's going to play. So this will sound just like the final recording. Sound, sound, sound. What is sound? So this track here is the voice, the vocals, and let me solo this. You can hear what my voice sounds like just all by itself. It's a vibration floating around. So that is the voice, and the only track left is the harmony vocals here, the last track. And the harmony vocals is another set of vocals where I'm singing the same words, but the notes are different. The notes are higher. This is a high harmony. And they fit in the same chords that I'm singing the other voice. So listen to what all of it sounds like together for a moment. Give me amazing sound, sound, sound. What is sound? So you can hear one voice is a regular voice, and then the other one's the high voice. Let me skip here to the end. What I'm going to do is just solo only the voices, and you're going to hear that the words are the same, but the notes are different, and they fit together like a puzzle. They harmonize. Sounds are loud and sounds are soft. A rainbow of sounds go up and down. Your voice sends sound out your mouth. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me amazing sound. And there you have it. All the pieces together. What does that little piece at the end sound like with everything? Start right here from where the horns come in to the end of the song. Sounds are loud and sounds are soft. A rainbow of sounds go up and down. Your voice sends sound out your mouth. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me amazing sound. So there it is. That's the song Sound. Now, after these tracks are recorded, there's still a very important thing to do, and that's called mixing. And mixing is adjusting the volume on each of these tracks so they're not too loud and not too quiet, and you can hear all the parts come together. If you have one instrument that's too loud, it'll drown out the other instruments and you can't hear them well. And you adjust the volume with these faders down here. So each one of these tracks has a fader. This one says drums, and here is the fader for it. So when I adjust this up and down, it will get quieter and louder. Let's hear what that sounds like. Floating around. Sound, sound, sound. What So that's the process of mixing. You go through each one of these tracks. You go to these faders, you adjust them a little bit up, maybe this one a little bit down. Oh, that's too down. Bring it up a little louder, and just adjust these until you can hear all the instruments equally, and then it's done. And then to finally finish it, there's this button here that says BNC. You click it and it says bounce. And bounce means take all of these tracks of instruments and just make it into one music file. So you can just click it and listen to it as one complete song. And there it is. There's your tour of this music software, Logic Pro, and the song called Sound. And you guys have computers, and built into your computers, there are ways to record anything. You can record your voice. You can record an instrument. You might want to look into playing with that because recording music is very fun. You learn a lot, and it's very satisfying. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you someday record some of your own music. Sounds are loud and sounds are soft. A rainbow of sounds go